Yo, what's going on, YouTube? This is your boy FX Adrian once again. I'm bringing you guys another update on the combine that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks. And you guys can see here that let me go right here. You guys can see that I passed the combine in just 10 trading days. Trying to pass it consistently, not over leveraging, none of that bull crap that all these YouTube gurus, they preach about. And you guys can see I passed it. I just literally need to go activate the express funded account, pay the 150 and get the account, which I will be doing tonight. And if you go to my dashboard, I have been working on another combine. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, if I was already working on it on the last previous video that I uploaded, but I did start this last Wednesday, and you guys can see I'm up pretty much $1,800. And if you go to here, well, actually, I already had it, but whatever. I did take a trade this morning when the market's open, or this afternoon when the market's open. Only literally risked one micro. It was about $50 risk or whatever. I was up $100, but I just didn't like this retracement, so I got out at almost $80 profit, and which I will be using tomorrow when I trade at the open. And if I show you guys the performance stats right now, it's a 66 uh, percent win rate, which is really, really good. This is really what I want to, focus on achieving and, trying to maintain. Because right now I've noticed that my win rate it's more consistently about a 45 to 50% win rate, and here so far we have a 66% win rate, which is actually very solid because my wins are at least a 1 of 3. It could be a 1 of 4, especially if I size in or whatever. Keeping the same risk or putting my stops to break even. I don't size in and then have go from $200 risk to $500 risk and then just leave it like that. No, I make sure that my risk stays the same, even if I have to lower my stop loss if I'm taking a short, or vice versa. Excuse me. And so yeah, that's those are my stats so far, and I have been working on improving this number here because, like I said, my winning trades are at least a 1 of 3. So now I gotta improve on my win rate. Try to minimize the losses. Which is actually very hard to do. But I found out that I could trade all week. I could take 2, 3 losing days and still come out on top. Like you guys can see here, I did start this on Wednesday, and I did have a pretty big losing day on Thursday. Um, Something went on with Topstep that the charts froze literally at the open, and I missed my entry. I did get a little upset, and then I ended up trying to chase price, and it turned out to almost $800 loss. Thankfully, you have this little guy right here, and I snapped out of it before I blew the entire account and just called it a day, which was very tough to swallow because it's an $800 loss. I'm trying to keep my losses, no more than $600, no more than $600. But you guys could see Friday I recovered nicely. This was the trade that passed the other combine, and obviously I was copy trading the account, so he also mirrored here. It was actually almost $1,200, but I did take a loss Friday morning at the open. I did take a trade. I took a trade here on this account. Obviously, I had already passed the other combine. Um, I took a short somewhere here at the open with my stops about this wick here. It came back. Actually, it was a little bit higher like that, and my TP was somewhere down here. So it was about a 1 of 3, something like that. And you guys could see price. I was already in profit. Price shot back up. I didn't get stopped out. Then I came back to break even, and eventually I just let it play it out. I didn't even look at it. I just closed my I shut down my computer and I went on about my day. And then once the markets closed, I went back to check and I just realized that I got stopped out for 150, which was no big deal. I was still up $1,000 for the day, so I didn't mind taking that risk because I thought we were gonna do what we just did at the Open this Sunday. You guys could see I was right about the idea. It's just it didn't happen on Friday, and I did take a small scalp at the Open today. I was risking up one micro, just about $50. I was up a one and two, and then it retraced down, and I literally got out at almost $80 profit, which I will be risking tomorrow at the Open, along with the Express funded account. I'm gonna put the Express funded account as a follower. I'm not gonna put it as the main one because I've noticed that once you go to the Express account, you're literally at zero. So now if tomorrow I have a bad day, if I lose $500, it's gonna say minus $500. And I've noticed psychologically, it's actually it it's not the same thing if I was doing the combine. Like for example, if I just choose to do this one as the main leader account and then the express as the follower, if I have a minus $500 day, I'm still gonna be up here on the balance, and psychologically, that's a lot better than looking at the express funded account and showing minus $500. So I'm gonna try that this week, see if it makes a difference, see if it actually helps out, with the whole psychological thing. And I might get another account. So I am working on this one and then another one. So I might actually put the new one as the leader, and then this one and the Express Fund account as the followers. So yeah, guys, I just thought I showed you guys this quick update. And tomorrow, I would, like I said, I don't know if I did mention, but I will be recording tomorrow's session, live. I'm not gonna be talking because I have my wife and my son here on the other room, so I don't want to wake them up. I can't have any distractions, so I will be, throwing some music on there. You guys want to watch that? You guys are more than welcome to. But yeah, I will be recording Monday through Friday. I will be uploading all those videos, whether I take a loss, whether I lose the account, whether I make profit, or whatnot, whatever. I will be uploading it. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching.